episode 2. Is there any reasons why there are only so few new monsters?
For episode 2, why there are so few mods?
New monsters.
Oh, new monsters. There are lots of good things about episode 2. We just didn't spend a lot of time on monsters. I think what we were trying to achieve with episode 2 is mainly a much darker tone. Mainly we're trying to put the load on the storytelling side, and we also were interested in a more epic feel, so we spent a lot of time on the terrain renderer, optimizing that, adding support for alpha coverage because it let us build much better looking forests. So that was the big focus for episode 2, rather than adding a bunch of monster behaviors.
It does at the same time, though, also contain one of the best new monsters we've done in a long time with the Hunter. So it's not without some innovation there.
You? Do you have a question?
I'm half the team.
All right, no questions.
Any questions about game design?
Will there be any new features or maps in the future for Counter-Strike Source?
Oh yeah, we'll continue to update Counter-Strike Source and even Gold Source. That's something we've always done and we plan to continue doing. We'll probably be still doing it next year and the year after that. So.
About in-game advertising. Is Valve own advertising to be replaced by real adverts anytime soon?
Will we be replacing?
At the moment you have Valve own advertising. Is there advertising in the future from other companies also?
Sure. I mean, we just sort of make that trade-off depending upon what we think is a better way of using those spaces. What we're also interested in doing is, now that we've built the support into Steam to manage those ads, is for mod developers or small developers to use that as an alternate method of funding their game development, because we think that should allow them to focus on audience development rather than trying to charge people early. So we're also really interested in seeing that happen. We're done.
Is there anything like near future? I mean, there are a lot of new games that get over Steam now, and is there anything that we don't know about? But you won't tell us about.
Nope. We actually have several announcements coming over the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned. I mean, just this week we launched BioShock day and date with retail, and that was pretty big news for us this week. So give us till next week to make the next announcement.
In Half-Life 2 episode 2, will you get some new information about the mysterious G-Man in the story?
Yes, you'll find out more about the G-Man, especially with reference to his relationship to Alex, and why there's a connection between those two characters. But then you'll say, oh, but now we need to know more, and then you'll say, we'll have to do that in episode 3, and go from there. One thing that we're very interested in is we're going to be running this experiment on episodic content through episode 3, and then we're going to sit down and say, so we had episode 1, which was a little bit shorter, episode 2 that's longer, came as part of the orange box with TF2 and Portal, and whatever we end up doing with episode 3, and solicit feedback to find out, do people want us to continue to do episodic? Do they want them to be shorter in terms of the amount of time it takes to deliver them, with the recognition of what that means in terms of the amount of content we can produce? Do they want us to go back to the larger monolithic projects? So once episode 3 is out and we've had a chance to do it a couple of times, that'll give us, some evidence to sort of go over with the gamers to find out if this is something they want us to do more of.
There were some rumors that Borealis, the ship which was cut from the early Half-Life 2, Is there any hope it comes to episode 3?
So at Valve, nothing ever really dies, right? As evidenced by TF2 finally coming out. So I'm sure that we'll end up on the ship sooner or later. It's just a question of when.
You say you spend more time in the story development, the level design of episode 2 instead of doing new monsters. So it's like Half-Life 1, 2, and the last episode. The gameplay is very linear, or can you move much freer?
It's much freer. It's much more, portions of it are much more non-linear than the traditional areas and arenas that we set out. Are you guys primarily on the PC side? Yeah, okay. So have you guys been tracking at all the multi-core events? So one of the things that we see happening a little bit further down the road is, right now you're in a situation where you have single-threaded applications, part of your application running in the single-threaded mode on the CPU, and then this very nice massively multi-core set of processing running just a narrow part of your application on the other side of this DirectX wall, and we see that going away. And we see this as being a really important change in the gaming industry, is it will move towards a very massively threaded but homogeneous environment. And the benefits are that there are a number of benefits. One, the same sort of accelerated performance improvements we've seen on the graphics side will now apply throughout everything that's running. Your AI will get those benefits, physics, animation, or whatever.